That's interesting. And what intrigues me is that this is actually it's a digital offering, right? And uh, marketing per se has changed so much over the years. How do you reach out to consumers uh, offering your services in this digital age?
We ourselves are a platform, to be honest, right? And we tell brands to, this is your window to a lot of consumers, because I'm right there on the first interaction point that a user has with the device. You cannot not go into your phone without actually looking at a glance. That's our biggest sort of space, right? So for us, we actually, it's a slightly different set of marketing that we need to do. Our funnel is actually inverted. I am not looking at driving. I users adopt me first and then realize that they are on glance. So because my way to operate in the market, my GTM is through my partners, right? I go through a operator or a telco in the country, right? So I come pre-built into your phone OS, right? So people actually, a lot of times our challenge is slightly different, where we are trying to tell users that you are actually on glance, because a lot of times their realization is not there. They actually think it's an offering from their service provider. So you're actually using it because if you're using it on a certain device, you think it's from Samsung or Xiaomi or Realme. We work actually pretty much with almost all operators in the country, manufacturers in the country today. Almost 80% of Android OEMs we work with, at least in India. So it's the task is slightly trickier, where we are actually trying to sort of drive more awareness and engagement with the user, because he's already sort of adopted us. But we do use, from time to time when needed, we do use external channels outside. And I think that's something that pretty much even the largest of platforms are doing that today. When you want to have users realize that they're using a platform or can access your platform, you do have to go out once in a while to mass media or other digital platforms which have a wider reach, just to build this. So for us to build this awareness and cognition in users that you're actually using glance, and your lock screen that you're seeing with different lock screens that change on your phone are actually being powered by glance, and why should you use it or how should you use it. That education is for us, runs a lot, of course, on the platform, but also we use the standard digital platforms as well to get the message out to users, typically through different ways and means. It could be through our own content, or we work with, of course, influencers, other brands, to get this message out to users. And very recently, actually, we tested out using mass media as a way to also build awareness. So we just launched an integration. We didn't want to do a standard way of running a mass media campaign, so we've launched an integration with Big Boss, which is one of the largest sort of reality shows in India right now. And the idea was to get it to more and more Indians across the country, the message of that, this is something that is there on your device and how can you use it. So it's been placed in a very intelligent manner. For the first time, they've actually integrated with a company like ours, a tech company, and it's part of the show. There is actually a daily integration where the contestants get to interact with actually a device which has never been there in the show. So they actually get to interact with the phone device, and they get interesting tips on what they can do during the show. So some hidden or unknown news, or some smart gameplay, or some quick technique that comes to them, which is pretty much what Glance also does in real life, right? When you consume. So we're trying to see if that is a way for users to register, what is Glance and how they can use it more effectively. So this is our first foray into sort of, we've tried mass media previously once, like maybe about when we launched the company, but yeah, this is another test that we wanted to do to see if we can reach more homes in India through both the digital and the TV integration. So there are newer things that we keep trying out otherwise, in terms of how to reach audiences. But typically for us, most of our effort will be on Glance itself, right? Telling users this is a way for you to go in, because we feel that's our strongest suite. We're the first entry point for any user to unlock their device. So why not use it?
You have on platform and then you have off platform approach in a
Absolutely.
way,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Interesting. And this would probably be the first, right? Where you are actually getting users from your own platform.
That's true. So, and that effort actually happens because the moment I get into, a phone, a manufacturer has sort of added me in. So the moment the device gets activated, once a user opts in it to as part of their setting, we're already on their device. Then it's a matter of, getting them to
Right.
learn how to use it. Again, it's a new category. So category education is important because it doesn't, like when you've, anytime something new has come into the country, like our digital ecosystem of payments and so on, right? It was, at that time, it was unimaginable for people that everyone would be using it, right? Pretty much from um, your help to your someone more senior to your business, anyone. So it's sort of democratized the way we sort of interact. So we feel that this could be that platform that could cut across as well, right? This is for anyone. I mean, while we want to attract a certain set of users, but it's a platform for anyone. Anyone who owns a device can use this to access whatever that they want.